Sometimes God can ask us to let go of certain things that we're holding on to so that we can trust him. In Mark chapter 10, we see an example of this as the rich man comes to Jesus and asks how he can inherit eternal life. And he says, sell all your possessions and come and follow me. And the rich man could not do it. And the disciples then asked in verse 26 of Mark chapter 10, he says, who then can be saved? And this was Jesus' response. Jesus looked at them and said, with man, this is impossible, but not with God. All things are possible with God. God can sometimes ask us to let go of these things, and it can seem impossible and that we can't do it, and that it's just too hard to go at it alone. But with God, all things are possible. With God, the rich man, could have sold all of his possessions and followed Jesus. With God, I can let go of my pride or holding on to my calling and who I am and follow and trust Jesus. That's really what it comes down to at the end of the day. When we come to God with open hands and say, God, I can't do this without you, we are leaning fully on him. We are trusting in him, and then he, will make our paths straight. And so for me, it's the application of, what am I holding on to? What are you holding on to so tightly that you are not coming and fully trusting God? Because with God, nothing is impossible. We can come to God and say, man, I just can't get out of this debt. I can't just get out of, my anger or my frustrations or my greed or my pride or my addictions. But with God, all things are possible. So then why then, as a man, do I try to fight my own battles? Why then do I try to reason with myself that, I go to church, I serve at a church, I do this, so I'm fine, I'm saved, instead of fully trusting in God? Because he can take us, at our worst moment, at our lowest time, and come down and save us and redeem us. But it requires us to be fully trusting in the Lord, coming to him with open arms and open hands and say, God, I can't do this alone. I need you. Because we're going to walk through seasons in our life that are impossible. We're going to walk through seasons where we just can't keep going on, where we're about to give up. But with God, it is possible. When we lean on God, something incredible happens. The things that seem impossible become possible. The addictions that we battled for years become freed. The guilt that we have felt begins to wipe away. The depression that we can be so enamored with begins to be uplifted. But because with God, all things are possible. But it requires us, to come to Jesus in honesty and transparency and with open arms and open hands and say, God, I just need you. I hope that encourages you guys and inspires you guys. Looking forward to the release of episode 5 very soon.